Howdy folks, Cal Ditmar, Trapping Fool out here. Today I'm going to do a video on fire starting. Different ways to get fires going and just the basics for some of you that don't know how or want other options to be able to start fires. I'll probably turn the camera around here. I've got some things laid out here. It's just some of the basics to get you started at first. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the camera around and just kind of show, that way I can see what I'm doing here and what I'm showing you. Here we go. First thing you need to do is when you're gathering, gather wood from hanging limbs up off the ground. Stuff off the ground is usually wet. I mean, if you have stuff like right here, I can show you. Right there, that stuff is up, that's dry. That's good tinder to start. So what I've done here, bear with me here, I'm by myself again, so it's hard to see what I'm doing here. What I got here is you'll start small. Now, give me a minute. There we go. Alright, what I got here is you start small and then you grow as you got your start of your fire going. So you need little pieces first that are going to burn better, then you grow, get a little bit bigger, until you're putting bigger stuff on. Charred wood like this from leftover fires starts real easy, burns pretty quick too, so it's a good one to throw in there. But then you can get to bigger logs, bigger sticks. You can see over here I've got my log pile where I get bigger then. So some of the different ways now. Turn this around and get situated differently here on my little table here. Some of the different things for starting fires. In your kit, have some matches. They've got good waterproof match boxes that you can keep. Keep a few in there. There's actually a striker on the bottom. These strike anywhere matches is what I like to keep. That way you can pull them out. And of course it's not going to light on the bottom. These probably got wet on me. There you go. Light anywhere matches. Work good. That's something good to keep in your kit. Of course, lighters. Make sure you got a couple good lighters. Just regular old Bic lighters. This is probably the main thing that I use anymore anyways, is just Bic lighters. If you really want to get fancy about it, we can use a magnifying glass if it's bright and sunny out. And if you really want to go old school, we can go flint and steel. With flint and steel, notice I got some good flannel here. You use flannel and you char it. This is actually charred flannel right here. You cut it into little pieces. And this is what you'll use in your tinder. Mouse nests. This is mouse nests that I gather throughout this winter. Whenever I find them, I pick them up. But you'll put that charred fabric on there, because this is actually going to start the ember going from the flint and steel going. So that's my little flint and steel kit here that I keep. A candle. Good to keep a candle in your kit. Good way to have light in your tent or shelter when you have it. I think that does it about for starting the fires here. There's other ways to do it. You can use the bow and stick and do it that way too, but these are the things I always carry. This is actually my little fire pouch here. I do have some more tinder in here that I found that I keep for starting fires. When I'm out and about, I gather stuff. This is a piece of birch bark. This is really flammable, real good to get fires going. And this is pine pitch. There's actually pine trees, for those of you that have a lot of pines around your area. All that sap that leaks out, it actually seeps into the bark and makes excellent fire starter. It's one of your best fire starters out there. Here's another chunk of it. This stuff lights easy and burns real good. And it smells wonderful too. But it'll burn for a long time too. Then of course there's all kinds of other strikers on the market. This is one that I am selling now. It's Fast Strike. This comes with this kit comes with 2 of the cubes, which one of these cubes you can break into 8, so you'll get quite a few fires out of it. And then it comes with the lightning, this stick here for starting it. So hopefully that shows you some things here. With the magnifying glass, I was going to take the time here and actually start a fire with all of this stuff, but I don't think I will. It'll just be a lot of boring time here. On a magnifying glass, when you point it at the sun, a magnifying glass, a glass jar with water in it, baggies with water, anything like that that will magnify the sun, what you want to do is point it towards where the sun is at. And I don't know, maybe there's enough light here. You can kind of see on my hand here where it funnels down. It's coming through, the light's coming through all these trees here. So out in the sun, in the bright sun, you'd have one bright spot, and as you pull it back and forth, it tightens down. The tighter the hot spot, the hotter it is. That's the basics of a magnifying glass. The flint and steel, I showed you how to do that. Use the charred cloth on some mouse nest or whatever. Once you get a little ember going, you got to pick it up, blow on it real easy. Long, slow breaths will get it fired, and then eventually it'll ignite. Then you want to put it down and start adding your smaller sticks and build up that way with it. The pine pitch, you saw how that lit. Matches, if you've got dry enough stuff like these smaller twigs that I showed you to start with, you can build up a little cone like that with a match or the candle underneath there for that fact, and get it under there and it'll start. The pine pitch, that's how you do it. You get it going, you put it up under there and start building up, and eventually you got a good fire going. So what I'll do is I'll demonstrate one fire back here. So I'll go ahead and get the camera turned around here and get focused over here where I'm going to start a fire at for you. Alright, I think we got her there. Usually I clear off the bare dirt here too. Get a drink of my coffee. I think we'll use this morning. Now these cubes, these fast fire cubes, you can break a little piece off here. More than big enough. There we go. We'll go a little bit smaller there. After you open these packs, they're still good for about 10 to 12 days. But you can break it up into pieces like so. I got my little bit of stuff there ready to go. Yeah. I've never been a fan of those things, really, but always been the old-fashioned. This is gonna make a liar out of me yet today, isn't it? Look what I need to do. Actually get that stuff up off the dirt here. It all blended right into the dirt. Only me. I'm not used to this new age fire starting, because this is how I usually do it. The lighter, like I said, or a match. Lights it right off. Then you start adding your smaller stuff. There you can see how it started down here. A little bit of heat that went. I'm not going to add all of it there, just so you can see. But then as it starts going like this, you keep adding the smaller stuff, then go to your bigger stuff, and then eventually you're up to this and that, and then you're up to logs and big pieces, like so, and you got a fire going. Alright, we'll blow that out. The pine pitch, show you that one too. Get a little piece going. And it's the same as that fire block. Start small. And build it up as you go. Throw that over there. Let it cool down. The magnifying glass, I don't know if there's enough. There might be enough sunlight coming through now. Nope. Not yet. Alright. See here, what else do we got here? The matches. You can take the smaller stuff, build it up. Usually what I'll do is I'll make a little, shove a couple of little bit larger pieces down into the ground here. That way you can get your smaller stuff to stand up. Make a little teepee basically. Of course, it'd take more than this, but I'm gonna attempt it here. You probably can't see, but I'm blocking the wind. The wind's coming from that direction. Well, you can get the match under there, and you got dry enough stuff, it goes up right away. You had a whole bunch up there, and now you'd start stacking the bigger stuff and start building it up until you got a big fire going again. Alright. I think that pretty much shows everything there. Some different ways to start a fire. Those cubes are awesome. They actually ignite real fast with matches and with the matches and the lighter. And I'm sure this is the first time I tried to use that striker. It's still got some stuff on it. It's got to wear down, but I'm sure those work real good too. They're waterproof also. So then you build up your fire, get your stuff going here. Little pieces going. This is how this works. And when all else fails, you add a little bit of this, and maybe a little more. And you well, add a little bit of that. Wow, these matches suck. And there you go. Instant fire. Use gasoline, it's easier. Just watch your eyebrows. I think I just lost my eyebrows. Woo! Anyways, hopefully this is helpful for some of you. You got an idea how to start some fires. Different options there. Like I said, the fire cubes and the starter that way I sell on my website, trappingfool.com. You can go to there. I actually have them on my eBay account right now. I haven't set up a website yet for selling that way. I'm thinking about it one day. I'm just kind of testing the waters there on that. Be sure when you're making a fire, you need some way to start it, so you'll need a lighter, matches, pine pitch, tinder, anything like that. Then you build it up from small to big. Start small, get bigger. That's where people mess up that I've seen starting fires. They think they can go right to big stuff. If you want to do big stuff and burn like that at the campsite when you're off on your weekend getaways or whatever, use gasoline or some kind of charcoal lighter. Otherwise you're never going to get big stuff going like that. You have to start small and go. So anyways, I hope this was informational and you get something out of it. Until next time, Trapping Fool out.